What's up, guys? Benny. Let's start off 2026 with a massive boycott, shall we? We missed the boycotting days, and it's Hilton Hotels that has drawn the short straw. Hilton Hotels is a massive international hotel brand with thousands upon thousands of hotels in every single state, including Minneapolis, Minnesota, where there's massive ICE and immigration enforcement happening right now. DHS is rounding up Somali fraudsters, hopefully denaturalizing and deporting them. We found out today when we were talking with DHS spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin that they are being systematically discriminated against at DHS by Hilton, and she provided proof to us. Let's go ahead and track this, ladies and gentlemen. Hilton Hotels refuses service to ICE agents, discriminates against the Trump administration in Minnesota. Federal government is surging resources in Minneapolis to lawfully crack down on billions of dollars in fraud and dangerous criminal aliens. Hilton Hotels is defending the criminals by refusing service to federal law enforcement in the Trump administration. DHS just sent us exclusive proof. Hilton Hotels has barred and rejected federal law enforcement officers in Minnesota. Let's go ahead and read the emails. It goes like this. After further investigation online, we found information about immigration work connected with your name. We're going to be canceling your reservation. This email is in regards to your reservation. We have noticed the influx of government reservations made today for DHS, and we're not allowing any ICE or immigration agents to stay at our property. If you're with DHS, let us know, and we're going to cancel your reservation. Please pass on this information to your coworkers. We're not allowing any immigration agents to house on our property, said this owner of a Hampton Inn in Lakeville. This is, of course, one of the Hilton Hotel brands. Is there going to be a boycott? 77 million people voted for immigration enforcement. It's one of the single most popular issues for President Trump. It is actually the most popular issue for Republicans is immigration and immigration reform and enforcement. 77 million people, all 7 swing states, the popular vote wants immigration crackdowns and deportations. So why the hell would Hilton Hotels be on the side of the criminals? Is this more corporate wokeness? Well, this is what Tricia McLaughlin had to say to us this morning, that effectively we are seeing a widespread campaign to bar law enforcement from being on the ground using government emails, trying to get a government rate for their rooms. They're being turned away. They're being discriminated against. The internet is furious about this. Homeland Security has posted it. Hilton Hotels refuses DHS and law enforcement. Maliciously canceled their reservations. ICE has posted about it. Why would you cancel our federal law enforcement reservations? Not a good look. Yikes. They put it in writing too. Hilton PR is about to have a very, very rough day, says Bill Mallusion. And attorney Harmeet Dillon, who is also the acting attorney, the assistant attorney general for civil rights, which of course would be discrimination like this, which could, really cost Hilton, right, if they're seen to be discriminating against customers on the basis of their political affiliation. Says what? Right? It's a pretty scary time. We're going to have to make an example of Hilton Hotels. It is what it is, says Jesse Kelly. Okay. Coordinated anti-ICE campaign. We found immigration work connected to your names and are canceling your reservations. Hilton Hotels, any comments? Wow, looks like we're going to have to reconsider staying at Hilton Hotels. Hans, are we the baddies? I've been a Hilton Honors member for a long time. I like Hilton Hotels. Too bad. I would gladly join the boycott. Let's go ahead and do a little further investigation. As a Diamond member, says ALX, I reached out to support to see if they discriminate against their customers. And their description here, and their little AI is no, Hilton does not discriminate against anyone on any basis. Well, that's crazy. So what exactly is going on here in this coordinated attempt? Is it coming from the top? Hilton Hotels has a lot of different brands and a lot of different owners. And what we believe is happening here is that the individuals who own the franchise, it's called Everpeak Hospitality, not Hilton Corporate, but this hotel brand, can purchase and franchise out hotels from, obviously, like this is a Marriott, and This is the Hampton Inn, for instance. This is the Hilton brand. All of the names here are Indian names, right? Aman, Hundal, Parmeet Singh, Dolly Kaur, Kenny Narga, Rav Singh. These individuals, maybe they don't like the ICE enforcement. They probably don't. Probably don't like Trump. They probably hate the H-1B crackdowns, some of the visa crackdowns. Maybe that's affecting them. And they're just lashing out and using the Hilton brand to do it. And of course, causing one of the worst PR days in history at Hilton. Hilton needs to immediately rip away their franchise and say, no, you're not allowed to use our brand to discriminate and cause horrible, like the absolute worst. Look at this. Amazing. Hospitality at its peak. That's hospitality at its peak. You can't stay here. We don't like you. We can't stay here. This is hospitality at its peak. You can't stay here. We hate federal law enforcement. Ooh, man. Okay. Hilton statement. Hilton gets to us with a statement, ladies and gentlemen, and here it is. The Hilton statement was that this is a massive mistake and that they are now investigating. Here we go. Thank you for your email. Please see the following statement attributable to Hilton spokesperson. Hilton hotels serve as a welcoming place for all of its hotels independently owned and operated. The actions and references were not reflective of Hilton values. We are investigating this matter with this individual hotel and can confirm that Hilton works with governments, law enforcement agencies, community leaders around the world to ensure properties are open and inviting to everyone. Rip away their franchise. This is making massive news. The number one trending topic in my timeline. ICE blasts Hilton after emails allegedly show hotel refusing rooms to immigrants and immigration agents. Oof. There you go. Okay. Hilton hotels, turn your mentions off. Things are going to get ugly in a hurry. Let's go ahead and check. Wow, I'm doing a little follow there. Yeah, look. So their last post. Their last post is in 2023. No, that can't be right. Really? Wow. Well, turn on your 2023. Look at that. Get posting, Hilton. Goodness gracious, these corporate brands are so dumb. They're getting ratioed though. Look at this. They get like a bunch of people are just going there to the account to just destroy them. Why does your hotels choose violent criminals over law enforcement? Pathetic. Boycotted. You all effed up. Boycott Hilton hotels. Time to kick ass. You messed up, boys and girls. Not staying at your hotels. Perhaps you can offer Smallies a discount. You did the dumbest thing ever. Shame on you. Okay. So this old tweet from 2023 is getting now ratioed into the sun. So dumb. Is it because Elon Musk bought X? Really? And now you don't tweet anymore? Ugh, gross. DHS says Hilton Hotels is apparently opposed to law enforcement, refuses to book immigration officers. And get the word out that they oppose public accommodations for federal officers engaged in the protection of the rule of law. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Trish McLaughlin told us. We'll play you the clip. You heard it here first. Here you go.
We have over 1,000 Homeland Security investigators on the ground as we speak, as well as hundreds of additional ICE agents, and more are coming. So far, we've had 1,000 arrests of criminal illegal aliens just in the last few weeks alone. But then this is a three-prong approach as well. Our Homeland Security investigators are going door to door, following leads, going to local businesses, suspected fraud sites, whether it be daycares, healthcare centers, or other organizations that get taxpayer dollars. And then, of course, we also have had an ongoing immigration fraud, a really wide-scale investigation, Benny, about 1,300 cases, 40% of which we've seen that there's been some sort of fraud going on. But I also want to talk about what's happening to our law enforcement there on the ground. We are seeing a widespread campaign, primarily by Hilton hotels, to try and bar our law enforcement from being on the ground. What's happening is we were seeing that our law enforcement officers, when they were using their government emails to try and get a government rate for their rooms, they were being turned away, told that they could not get a room at these Hilton hotels. And then they started using their personal emails. Benny, what they were doing and what Hilton Hotels has admitted to doing, and we will bring these receipts, is the hotels were Googling the names of the guests, finding out that they were involved with immigration enforcement work and saying that they couldn't stay there. So we will have more coming on that, but that is a concerted effort in the Minneapolis area by Hilton. We'll share the receipts with your producers after this.
That's atrocious. We're going to blow this up because that's in its own way impeding federal law enforcement and a massive national brand trying to make our country less safe. Has Hilton, have you reached out to them for comment on this? Has anybody made contact with them? They're not letting your agents book rooms?
Yes, and this isn't one or two instances. This is a collective, concerted effort, not just our law enforcement agents, but any government official affiliated with Department of Homeland Security.
Wow. That's atrocious. We may have to start our own little boycott here for Hilton if they are indeed engaging in this kind of activity. That's awful. So please, send that along. We'll be happy to work with you and run a boycott against Hilton. I use Hilton hotels all the time. I had no idea that this was happening.
Yeah, it's atrocious, and they're trying to thwart our work. They're trying to keep these law enforcement agents out so they don't have a place to stay, so they can't do their work. And it shouldn't be, Benny, as we've talked about before, this should not be a political issue. Rampant fraud and stealing from the U.S. taxpayer, it should be a bipartisan issue. No one should want this.